you get into sales, and what was the first like thing that you just started realizing very quickly, like, oh my gosh, I didn't know this about sales, or stuff like that?
Yeah, the first thing I actually picked up on was obviously how fun it was, but the reason why I was having so much fun with it because I've always been a social person and a people person, and you get to talk to this person who needs something that you have, and you get to walk them through the process. And if you do your job well and if you handle objections well, you make money off of it. So for me, I was getting paid to hang out with people, which for me was like
Mm.
my dream. But I would say the best lesson that I learned right off the bat was, and sticks with me to this day, was to stay away from the huddle. That's an old car biz term, but same thing with the water cooler. You and I have had these conversations, where it's,
Yeah, yeah.
if you're feeding negativity, or if you're around that group of salespeople who are feeding negativity, how much that actually carries over into your performance, your mindset, everything that you've got going on. It could throw you way out of pocket.
Yeah, yeah.
So
What so you're saying that there were negative people in the car sales business?
believe it or not, man, they're everywhere.
Believe it or not. Okay, this has nothing to do with normally anything, but I'm going to ask it because I'm curious. Why is there a bad rap on used car sales people?
um, that gets back
Is it
to
accurate?
probably, yeah. I mean, no, yes and no, right? Like you have some incredible used car people out there that do everything above the board, but the industry is notoriously, I wouldn't say slimy. People give it that type of rap, and I think mostly that comes from back in the 70s and 80s and before then, where you could have a car that was actually worth 3,000, but if somebody just didn't know, you could sell for 8. And if they finance that, then what happens is this person's now in like a 300% loan to value situation. They're never getting outside of that loan. It'll take them years to pay it off, and they'll never get their money out of it. I just, there was a lot of stuff that was abused, and people were taking people for a lot of money, and that's where it initially comes from. But there's some great people out there, some really good used
Yeah.
car salesmen.